All right, back here with Captain Marty. Got another story up his sleeve. And, Cap, I was thinking about something. There's a lot of unique nicknames in the fleet. I've heard quite a few. What is one that sticks out to you the most?
Oh, well, you're right. There's a whole bunch of them. I was witness to a fellow that got his nickname was Dave Radke.
Okay.
One of my favorite subjects of stories, and how he got the name Fogbank. It's a really good name. That happened, gosh, that would have been back around 1980, 1979 or 80, and I'll be back in just a moment to tell you how that came to happen.
Hi, I'm LB Daniels, and when you want great local seafood, you go to Fresh Catch Seafood in Wanchese. How do I know it's great? My daddy is one of the fishermen that brings it to the docks. At Fresh Catch Seafood, you will get local seafood right from their fish house. They are a family-owned business that knows the name of every fisherman that comes to their docks. Visit their social media pages to see the latest catches. My daddy would love to put his tuna on your dinner plate, so get it now from Fresh Catch Seafood in Wanchese.
Boasting phenomenal seafood dishes, a great menu, and waterfront views with deck seating, Striper's Bar and Grill at the Shallowbag Bay Marina in Manio serves a casual, fun-filled dining experience with an Outer Banks flair. With 3 floors to choose from, you're bound to find the perfect seat for you and yours while enjoying great food and fantastic drinks. To see our menu and to catch a glimpse of the beautiful views, go online to stripersbarandgrill.com. Striper's Bar and Grill at the Shallowbag Bay Marina in Manio, where everyone's a VIP.
If you've ever been around the fleet at Oregon Inlet, you probably have met Dave Radke, a.k.a. Fogbank, and that name really stuck. In fact, if he likes you, he'll say, he doesn't say, my name's Dave. He'll say, nice to meet you. My name's Fogbank. Well, my friends call me Foggy.
Foggy.
Or Fog. So once you get to know him, you can make a nickname from his nickname,
Okay.
Shorten up a little bit. How did he get that name? If you listen to my stories I told you, know that Dave he played football hard, I think, really hard. I think he got hit a couple times.
Okay.
Before concussion protocols, maybe. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
But he fished in the stern of a charter boat 30 years at Oregon Inlet. He's been through the ferry service, and he still fishes, hunts. Great guy, but he got that name, and he got it for good cause. Now, here's what happened. So many years ago, I was fishing, my first year up here, I was fishing on the Sundancer with Captain Nevin Westcott. That's a black-hulled boat, the only black-hulled boat the fleet has ever had, built by Billy Holton. And Nevin and I had gotten booked to go fish the Big Rock tournament down in Morehead City. As our regular listeners know, it's a big deal. One of the 3 biggest tournaments on the East Coast, a lot of money at stake. Back in the day, I was thrilled to be a part. It wasn't near as big as it is now, but went down there, and we were all tied up at the Morehead City Yacht Basin. The old dockmaster there named James, I'd already heard about him. If you greased his palm just a little bit, he would take, in other words, tip him. He would take such good care of the Oregon Inlet and Hatteras guys that went down there. And we knew, and of course, for him, it was a good week,
right.
A good work week. He'd lend us his truck. He'd go get food for it. He was just great. And so we fished the tournament. And on the last day, we were done with the tournament, and we were all going to head up to Hatteras to fish the Hatteras Marlin Club tournament. And we were fishing a string of tournaments. So we didn't do anything at all in the tournament. And Dave was working as a mate on a boat. Many people will remember the Lady B. That boat was built right down the street from where we're sitting right now here in downtown Manio, by Warren O'Neill, and it was one of the classics, one of the last and biggest sport fishing boats ever built. It was owned by Judge Marvin Blunt. He was a North Carolina Supreme Court judge, I think.
Okay.
And even to this day, his sons and grandsons, I just fished with all of them. That was 50 years ago, Justin. And remember, when I was down in Hatteras this year, they all got their picture with me, all the Blunts that were babies. Now they're all grown men with grandchildren of their own. And anyway, but Dave had signed on. That was a private yacht, and we were a charter boat, a little bit of difference, both custom-built Carolina boats. So we're around the dock at Morehead City in the morning, around the yacht basin. It's time to head up to the Marlin Club, and Nevin's like, "Well, start packing everything. We'll get cranked up here in a minute." Next to us, the Lady B was over there, and Fogbank was on there, and it had a cockpit canopy, a piece of canvas that was keeping the sun. That was a yacht thing. He was climbing out from underneath there, holding a cooler chest. And when he stepped up onto the finger pier, he tripped and he fell backwards between our boat and the finger pier with that cooler full of bait, fell overboard at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, Lord.
Luckily, he wasn't hurt. Luckily, the pilots weren't hurt.
No, yeah.
As tough as he was, I'm surprised he didn't take a plank with him when he went. But anyway, we grabbed him, then we got his cooler, then we used a couple nets to fish out. He had all these rig baits in there and everything. Got him back aboard. All right, so he fell overboard 9 o'clock in the morning. Everything's okay. We all get in our boats, and as a string of boats, we go out the inlet. We run up the beach, heading to Hatteras. Beautiful day. I had fell in love in Morehead City that trip.
Okay.
And I just sat out on the bow in the sun, pretty morning, just thinking about, wow, that was fun. Anyway, we get in. We go to Hatteras Harbor Marina. You know where that is.
Yes.
Dave and the Lady B, they went down to the Marlin Club. And that's where they tied up because Judge Blunt was one of the members of the Marlin Club. So his captain, Wink, said, look, when y'all get done cleaning up, come on up to the Marlin Club, have a beer with us. And we're like, sounds good to us.
Yeah.
We got a couple days before the tournament, the Hatteras Marlin Club tournament started. So this is fun time, you know. Get up there. We get our boat cleaned up. It's a charter boat. It didn't take us 30 minutes, and we were done. So Nevin and I, we go up to the Marlin Club, and the Lady B is a full-scale yacht. So Dave, or Fogbank, is still scrubbing and cleaning. So we go hop on the boat. We go in the salon, got air conditioning, and Wink pours us each a cold beer, you know.
Okay.
So we're standing there in the salon of the boat, just chit-chatting away. And Dave is out on the turndown outside the salon window on the side of the boat, on the gunnel of the boat. He's going from the stern to the bow. He's got a hose, a bucket, a mop full of, and the bucket's full of soapy water. He's going up to soap down the bow of the boat. But he had spilled some soap on that turn down on the side, and right there outside our window, he slips. Man, I heard him hit the gunnel, the bucket, the mop, everything goes overboard. He falls between the two boats. Second time. This is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He's fell over twice in two different places in one day. So we didn't think much about it. We pulled him back in the boat. You know, it happens to everybody sooner or later. Didn't think much about it. The rest of the day, we got our boats, our rigging done. We were all set. And Nevin said, let's go down to Odin's Dock, see Buddy Hooper and Emery Dillon and some of the guys, because they were going to sit on the dock in the evening and shoot the bull for a while. So we're out of towners. We're visiting all our friends down there. We're all standing in a circle in the wide part of Odin's Dock. And there's a little trail that goes from Odin's Dock up to the Marlin Club through the bushes. You know?
Right.
Really, most people would never take it, but the mates would use that little trail. You have to climb down off the end of the dock, sort of, take the trail, but it saved you from having to go all the way out to the highway or out to the street and go around.
All the way around.
It's a shortcut. You know?
Okay.
Not big enough for a golf cart or a bicycle. You had to walk it. So we look way down at the end of Odin's Dock. Now it's pitch black dark. It's after dark, and here comes somebody up over the end of that dock, off the end of the trail, and as they're coming up the dock towards us, they're wee-wawing. They're not walking in a straight line, you know.
Oh, I know. They definitely weren't. Who was it that was wee-wawing down the path? We'll find out in just a bit.
Are you ready for a fishing thrill like no other?
Oh, there he is! There he is! Oh, got him up!
As seen on WikiTune Outer Banks, the Carolina Girl, captained by majestic Jesse Anderson, is a custom, luxurious, 53-foot Jarrett Bay-built boat running out of Hatteras Harbor Marina. Let Jesse and her crew give you a fishing experience of a lifetime. To book a trip, go online to CarolinaGirlSportFishing.com. Carolina Girl Sport Fishing, your offshore adventure awaits. So Nevin's like, who is this? And I said, I think it's Dave. I think it's Dave Radke. He figured out the Marlin Club had a really nice bar, and he was 3 sheets to the wind. I'm not even sure where he was going or headed or where he was staying that night. I don't know. All I know, here he come up the dock, and he was laboring. So it was just like Moses with the Red Sea. He comes up to this group of 10 guys that are finishing up. They're talking for them, getting ready to go home, go to bed. Nice evening, you know, winding down, everybody level. And as he walks up, the sea just parted. That crowd just kind of split open because it was so funny to see him coming. And everybody's like, don't say anything. And it opened up, and he walked right through the middle of us and walked right off the dock off Odin's Dock, right off the other side of the water. Third time he fell overboard in one day. And we, again, Nevin and I, 3 times that day pulled this man out of the water. And so when that happened, Nevin just looked around at everybody else and says, boy, I can't say exactly what he says. Boy, that boy's in the fog. And that's where the name came from. A lot of people don't know that, but that's where the name Fogbank came from. And it stuck. And he actually loves it. He prefers being called that. So, that is how Fogbank got his name.